Do you read a lot of books? It's not easy, right? There are so many books piled up, and if I told you that you could read all of them in just 10 seconds, all at once, would you believe me? Using GPT, I'll show you how to get explanations at an elementary school level, make book authors talk to each other, and learn from multiple books simultaneously. Plus, I'll share tips to easily tackle complex projects. Today, we'll reveal methods to save your time and dramatically boost your work efficiency. Let's get started right away. Look at the books piled next to my desk, everyone. It looks like a small library, right? I can't fit any more books on my shelves, so they're stacked on the floor now. Have I read all these books? Of course not. I just know which books I have and what their tables of contents are like. I've been working as a product manager for 23 years. To be precise, my job is a prototyper. A prototyper is someone who implements many ideas in various forms. It can be in writing, design, or something moving to help make decisions. My official job is a product manager, but that's just work. I call myself a prototyper. To quickly create something and demonstrate it, I need to study development regularly. Programming books have different event handling, syntax, and behavior for each language. Learning a new language suddenly is not easy. That's when I use GPT. I upload the books I have to Google Playbooks and read them there. I'll go in and download a few. This one, that one, and this one. Then I upload the downloaded books to GPT. And then I request, explain this in a way that an elementary school student can understand. That's all it takes. If you want to go further, you can ask, explain it like in the Iron Man movie. And it will change to a more fun and easy to understand explanation. If there's a part you don't understand, you just say, explain this part again. You can ask for unlimited explanations in the way you want, so even boring books can become interesting. Second tip, make the book authors talk to each other. Imagine having 4 book authors lined up in front of you. You can ask the first author to explain their content in the style of the third author, or have the second and third authors debate a confusing section. Of course, they won't say anything new, but it helps to highlight differences within the same section. Third tip, request to mix 4 books into one style and explain an online class part with robot examples for maximum learning effect. When learning a foreign language, they say it's actually faster to study English and Japanese simultaneously because it prevents confusion. Similarly, reading multiple programming language books at once helps you understand better. For example, if you study 4 books simultaneously, a first book explaining the basics of behavioral economics, a second book on real-life applications, a third on psychological background, and a fourth on the latest research. Each book complements the others, improving overall understanding. Give it a try, and you'll be amazed. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. Do you hang the national flag on Memorial Day? I'm embarrassed to admit, but I've never done it. I set an annual alarm, but I've never actually done it. So this time, I decided to go outside with my family and draw the national flag. While drawing, I thought of making it fun for the kids by using GPT to create an iPad app that makes the flag flutter when you take a picture of their drawing. First, I think sketching is important in any task. How many buttons to place, what actions they perform when pressed. When writing a report, start with the table of contents. If you keep drawing only the eyes beautifully, you'll run out of time to draw the whole face. It's helpful to outline in advance and then work on details step by step. Once the sketch is done, you need to design the screen. Visit free sites to find microphone buttons, video icons, photo icons, and download them. Then open Figma to design. Figma isn't just a design tool, but it's quick for these tasks. Match the size of each icon, upload images quickly, and it's done. After finishing the design, open a notepad to organize the requirements. Having roughly completed the design, I now organize the content in Notion. What do I want to make? I'll tell it that I want to create an app using SwiftUI and Metal. Fourth tip, break down the requests into smaller parts. When asking GPT for an overall task, it's better to divide it into as small units as possible. When requesting a big task, the answers can be broad and miss a lot. Planning a trip works the same way. Divide the whole schedule into smaller parts for effective planning. If you want to change the plan for a specific day, you can request that part alone. Organize the Notion contents as shown on the screen. After organizing, request the corresponding content, asking GPT to create the complete code without any omission. One important reason I use Notion is that if you use a regular notepad or other tools, markdown formats like tables or special characters may not apply correctly when copied and pasted. See? Copy and paste can make it look weird, but a table in markdown format will be included properly. Providing tables in this format yields better responses than plain text. So if it's not just plain text, it's good to use editors like Notion that support Markdown before using GPT. Paste it like this, and the content flows out, just as I requested. Image picker, video picker, mic input. It's creating the corresponding content. Now the code is fully created. If you run this code, a strange blocky app will probably appear. So I will apply the design we made earlier. Open Figma and find the plugin Figma to Code. This plugin converts the screen design to SwiftUI code. There are many other plugins, but I use this one. Copy the SwiftUI code and paste it into GPT. Ask it to put it into the content view, and the design from Figma will be applied step by step. Now open Xcode and keep pasting the code. Copy and paste, create files and paste. Will it work properly? No, it won't. It never works perfectly in one go. You'll see lots of red errors. But don't worry. Just copy the error codes and tell GPT to fix them. Repeat this a few times, and the code will be completed. Fifth tip, don't let the left hand forget what the right hand is doing. What does this mean? When interacting with GPT multiple times, it can forget previous interactions. To prevent this, consolidate all results into one file and use that for subsequent requests. For example, if you have divided the project into multiple files, combine them into one text file and present it as a whole. This is the content provided so far. Please fix it. This helps avoid any omissions and ensures all parts are addressed. If you don't do this, you may end up missing previously resolved or fixed parts, causing confusion with variables and other issues. Everyone, it may seem complicated, but making an iPad app can be this easy. Think about it. Usually you'd Google, go back and forth on Stack Overflow, post questions on forums, and then maybe get it done. I did it in about 5 minutes, right? If you know what you want to create, you can do it too. But while running it, I wasn't satisfied with the fluttering flag, so I kept asking GPT to adjust it again and again. Do you know the story of Steve Jobs' father, Paul Jobs, who told Steve about making cabinets? Seeing Paul finishing the back of a cabinet neatly, young Steve asked, "Why do you care so much about the part people can't see?" Paul replied, "We are making a work of art. Even if people don't see it, you and I know it's there. It's important to make the hidden parts beautiful too." While working on this flag app, I put the kids to bed and stayed up late at night thinking about this. The code works, but it's not the exact flutter I wanted. It's like using generative AI to draw an image, but struggling to get the desired shape, composition, and color. But I can't keep working on this forever. The story of Steve Jobs often makes me think about pursuing perfection and spending too much time. But at this moment, I realized, why am I doing this? What's important is spending time with my family tomorrow, not perfecting this flag flutter. I was focusing on the means, not the goal. So I turned off the computer. On Memorial Day morning, I go outside with my family to draw the national flag. I'll talk about the galaxy fold you see on the screen next time. There's a lot to talk about. We arrive and start drawing the flag with the kids. Doing it outdoors, the kids enjoyed drinking juice and had a lot of fun. We draw the flag neatly, one part at a time. Look at my kids' lovely hands, drawing like this and like that. I'm nervous. Will the kids like it? After completing the flag, I finally introduced the app I prepared with pride. Take a picture and show it to the kids. Oh well. But today's kids often go to kids' cafes where they draw pororo and scan it to project on the wall. They're not impressed at all. They don't find it novel. But here's my secret weapon, using the mic to make the flag flutter.
왜 너는 왜 혼자 있니?
왜? 태극기가 왜 보면? 야,
나는 왜 혼자 있니?
야, 태극기가 망가졌잖아. 다시, 천천히.
Wow, seeing this silly buggy thing, the kids are thrilled. I should have shown it to them
나는 왜
sooner.
혼자 있니? 나는 왜 혼자 있니?
아, 이게 왜 이렇게 이 모양이 됐어?
내가 했어.
펄럭여야 되는데 너무 이게 뭐야?
The conclusion, completion over perfection. What's ultimately important is completion rather than perfection. What I've made and what I'm doing may feel a bit inconvenient and unsatisfactory now, like making this video today. But what's important is that we are doing it. If today isn't perfect, we can do better tomorrow. If we continue this way, we'll be great in a year. Rather than striving for perfection, let's aim for completion and live day by day. I'd love to hear your stories. Share your experiences in the comments, and I'll learn a lot and think hard about making fitting content. 33. Ending. If this video was helpful, I'm a bit shy to say this, but I'll gather my courage. Please like and subscribe. I want to grow together with you. Thank you.